Hello, At Home by High volunteers. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and watch this short volunteer orientation. I promise not to take up too much of your time. A lot of this will be covered in more depth in your volunteer handbook, but I just wanted to go over a few of the topics that you'll see in there and give you a little overview of volunteering with At Home by High. So, I am Melissa Ward. I am at Home by High's Community Engagement Specialist. And the person you might know a little bit more than me is Katie, our founder and executive director. Katie founded At Home by High in 2017 and has been killing it as our executive director ever since. So, our agenda for today, we're going to go over some general expectations for volunteers. We will talk about the policies and procedures that At Home by High has, some member expectations that you should be aware of, services and activities that we offer to members, and a final housekeeping item check. So for our general expectations, the first one is that you should be prompt and reliable in reporting for volunteer duties, respect prior appointment arrangements, and contact members to confirm your visit or your service. If you're unable to complete a service that you signed up for, let us know as soon as possible so we can make other arrangements. If you cancel 2 service requests in a row without a good reason, we might have to ask you to step down. So just make sure you are giving us prior notice, and we will be doing great. So our next one is for you to protect confidential information. So the relationship between the member requesting a service and the volunteer is covered by the same code of ethics concerning confidentiality that's applied to all staff and board members. Information about members served must not be discussed with anyone outside of the organization. And you're going to be asked to sign a confidentiality agreement when you get your volunteer handbook. We also ask that you are respectful and accepting. Our members come from very diverse backgrounds, and the community we serve is very diverse. So we ask that you would be respectful of each person's culture, gender, sexuality, unique personality, and religious or non-religious beliefs. Refrain from trying to impose your own views on members or on other volunteers. If you see something, make sure that you say something to us. If you are noticing a health or a safety concern or just a change in behavior with a member, please let us know. That is not a violation of confidentiality by any means. We want to know if there's something going on that we've missed so that we can help our members. If an incident occurs, make sure to request an accident/incident form within 24 hours of the occurrence. That can be filled out digitally if you're not able to come to the office. But again, just make sure to let us know so that we can get everything filled out for that incident. So, on to the policies that we have for volunteers. You will have to undergo a background check if you are performing any services that would be in a member's home or transportation. Transportation requires an additional motor vehicle record check. We use Sterling Volunteers for all of our background checks. It's super easy. You'll just receive an email, you'll enter your information, and within 1 to 3 business days, we should hear back from them. If you have a background check from a different organization or from work that you want to send us a copy of that you've gotten within the last year, that is also an option. So our hands-off policy, volunteers should avoid performing personal services that require bodily contact with an At Home by High member, other than something like assisting them getting in the car really quickly or helping them get downstairs. If a member falls, we have a essentially walk them through getting back up verbal help policy that we will go over later. And so if a member falls and they cannot get back up on their own, that is the time to call the ambulance. We don't want a volunteer or a staff member to get hurt trying to help a member back up. And we don't want to help hurt the member more. So for representing At Home by High, volunteers shouldn't act on behalf of or make statements representing the official positions of At Home by High unless we have authorized you to do so. However, if you want to share with others about your volunteer experiences, please, please, please do so. We love when people are able to talk about what we do. Just remember not to use any other like names or identifying information. Or discuss At Home by High activities that should be regarded as confidential. You also can say no. If you receive a call from us asking you to help with a service request that you wouldn't rather take on, or you're busy, or whatever the case may be, just let us know and we will talk to another volunteer. Also, please feel free to say no to a member if they are asking you something that is unreasonable, if they are asking you for something that you know At Home by High doesn't do, if they are asking you for money, if they are even just asking you for extra services, let them know that they should contact us first, and then we will set up a volunteer service for that. So for our gift policy, you can always accept small non-cash gifts from members, such as baked goods, candies, stuff like that. We should be notified if a larger non-cash gift has been offered and make sure that that's appropriate. Cash gifts, again, should always be declined by the volunteer. And if you suspect that a member has a financial need, if they're trying to give you a cash gift, let us know, because we definitely will be able to follow up and get them the proper referrals and such for that financial need. But otherwise, volunteers are more than welcome to provide small non-cash gifts to members if they would like. Again, larger non-cash gifts need to be discussed with us in advance. And again, cash gifts should not be given to members. So at any point in time, you can stop volunteering with us. Just please provide us as much notice as possible so that we can fill that spot. If you need to take a break, if you're out of town, whatever the case may be, just let us know so that we can fill that gap in. There are times where we might dismiss a volunteer if they fail to fulfill the duties of the position and or meet the basic standards of professionalism that we have set forth. Grounds for termination are outlined in your volunteer handbook that you will be receiving. And lastly, our grievance policy. So if you have a grievance that you would like to address regarding volunteering, whether it's a grievance with a member or with us as staff or with the organization, please let us know as soon as possible, and we'll be sure to address the issue. So some member expectations that you should be aware of that we want to hear about if a member is not upholding them. So members are expected to always be kind and respectful to staff and volunteers. Members should be ready for their services within 15 minutes of the scheduled time. If they're not, you can always reschedule with them, but they know that they should be ready. So members should also utilize proper assistive products if they are struggling with any sort of incontinence. Again, if that's not happening, if someone is trying to get in your car for a transportation service and you notice that there's something off with their hygiene or anything that you would be uncomfortable with, you can reschedule that. So keep that in mind. Again, expect you to maintain personal hygiene and cleanliness, and they must contact At Home by High to schedule services, not the volunteer. So I won't go through all of these, but these are a list of all of the services that we offer. Some of them are in the home, some of them are stuff at medical appointments or running errands out and about. And transportation is definitely our #1 requested service. So a little bit of a breakdown. Transportation is the primary service request for most villages, honestly. Whether a member has limited mobility, low or no vision, or is just not comfortable driving, volunteers fulfill individual service transportations for medical appointments, errands, and social events. Um, we also do organization, moving items, handy services, and other help at home. Volunteers are often qualified to help with small chores in and out of the house. This can include paperwork, minor household chores, simple repairs, lawn work, waiting for deliveries, helping with mailing, shopping, etc. We also offer check-in calls. So this is something that you could do from your home, and a member might want to call once a week, every day. That's something that would be agreed upon between you and the member, and it would just be a quick call, 10 to 15 minutes minimum. But if they are really chatty, it could be for longer. And just report back to us a little quick snippet of what you talked about. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. We don't need all the details, but just so that we can track that service. And then companion visits. So it's essentially an in-person check-in call. You would regularly go and meet up with a member and just see how they're doing. Usually those are for about 30 minutes to an hour. And then we also have events and activities each month. Volunteers can sign up for our newsletter. They can lead events if they so desire. Just make sure to let us know. You can RSVP on our website to attend and to socialize with members, to volunteer during the event, to be a companion of sorts. And we will continue to have member and volunteer mixers semi-annually as we've started this past year. So the types of events we offer are include but aren't limited to the following: coffee, lunch, or dinner meetups, visits to local museums, plays, or concerts, educational events with various topics and speakers, like travel, cooking, music, culture, other stuff. Um, yeah, and then our housekeeping. Make sure to be on the lookout for our volunteer appreciation events and different incentives that we have. We will be sure to send you an email or shoot you a text about those. We will send out information on our website. You'll receive a link to sign up for an account, and that is where you will sign up for volunteer requests, sign up for events, and I will definitely be providing a tutorial on that here shortly. You also should sign up for our Kroger Community Rewards. In your Kroger app, you will go to your reward points, and then there is a community rewards, or it might say like community organization section, and you can pick At Home by High to receive essentially points per each purchase that you make at Kroger. It doesn't cost anything to you. It is essentially just cash back for us. It doesn't affect your Kroger rewards. It's just an easy way to give that, again, costs nothing to you. And make sure to follow us. We are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn. Our tag on all of those is at Home by High. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to get in touch with us if you need anything, if you have any questions, and go through the rest of the orientation materials that we send to you. But we're really excited that you're going to be volunteering with us, and we hope to get you signed up for some stuff soon. Thanks.